Hey, hello and welcome back students. So in this video we are going to see MEG-14 Block number 5 Unit number 1, The Empty Chest by Indira Goswami. Indira Goswami, also known as Mamoni Raisom Goswami, and she was a powerful Assamese writer and activist. Her writings are deeply humanistic and focused on issues like gender oppressions, widowhood, social taboos and political conflict. She often used real life experiences and settings from Assam and other parts of India to shed light on the struggles of marginalized individuals, especially women. Her stories are emotionally intense and often highlighted psychological trauma, internal conflict, and the pain of suppressed voices in society. Now move to the summary of the story, The Empty Chest. The Empty Chest is a haunting and emotionally rich short story that centers around Rayamali, a young widow living in a conservative Assamese society. The title itself is symbolic. The Empty Chest refers both to a literal box and the emptiness in Rayamali's life, heart, and societal status. Rayamali's existence is marked by loneliness, poverty, and social rejection. After the death of her husband, she is sent back to her parental home where she is not truly accepted or understood. The only possession she has a wooden chest that contains all her belongings, but even that is largely empty, mirroring her emotional void. Throughout the story, Goswami explores how Rayamali is seen as a burden and her desires are constantly suppressed by the norms of the patriarchal and superstitious society. Now move to the key themes of this story. Number 1. Widowhood and oppression. The story powerfully portrays the cruelty and social stigma faced by widows. Rayamali is denied happiness, love, and even basic respect. She is treated as a shadow, someone who must simply exist without desire or voice. Now move to the second. Symbolism of the empty chest. The chest is Rayamali's room, mostly empty, symbolizes her life void of love, security, and identity. It becomes a metaphor for her emotional barrenness and the way society has drained her of purpose and joy. Number 3. Isolation and loneliness. Rayamali's isolation is not just physical but emotional. She is alienated from her own family, who see her as an extra burden. Her dreams, emotions, and even tears are acknowledged. Number 4. Social critique. Goswami critiques societal norms that dehumanize widows. The story raises questions about traditional values that deny basic rights and the dignity of women in the name of cultural and customs. Now let's talk about some important characters here. Rayamali, the protagonist, a young widow struggling with emotional and societal neglect. Rayamali's parents, they provide shelter but fail to offer emotional support or understanding. Community or society, represented as judgmental, superstitious, and emotionally distant. Now move to the writing style and language of this story. Simple yet evocative. Goswami uses simple narrative but fills it with emotional intensity. Symbolism, especially the empty chest as a metaphor. Realism reflects the harsh truth of societal norms, especially in traditional Indian families. Psychological depth. The internal world of Rayamali is explored deeply, showing her pain, longing, and numbness. Contemporary relevance. Even today, widows in many parts of the India and the world continue to face societal isolation. The story remains a stark reminder that emotional support and human dignity are still denied to many women due to outdated traditions. The Empty Chest invites us to reflect on how our culture's values affect the most vulnerable and how literature can be force, resistance, and empathy. Now let's discuss how to prepare for your European exam. Focus on the symbolism of the chest and how it represents Rayamali's life. Understand the critique and patriarchal structures and how women, especially widows, are treated. Mentions the emotional impact and psychological portrayal. Quote key lines from the text if available to support your analysis. Now move to some sample answers starters. Question will be: discuss the role of symbolism in the empty chest. Answer: you can write like this. In Indira Goswami's story, the empty chest become a powerful symbol of emotional and social void. Rayamali's life as a widow is mirrored in the empty box, emphasizing her isolation and loss. Another question: how does the story reflects on the status of women? You can write answer like this. The empty chest is a stronger critique and how society marginalizes widows. Through Rayamali's story, Goswami exposes the emotional neglect and systematic oppression faced by women who lose their husband. So I have covered the overview of MEG-14 Block number 5 Unit number 1, The Empty Chest by Indira Goswami.